Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. In this video I want to talk about the Trust Torac. It's an illuminated keyboard series, and this means that basically most of these things are looking like a mechanical gaming keyboard, but they are not, because this is like old school membrane technology. But it's not a bad thing, not at all, because I have played and have reviewed some of these keyboards back in the day from China, and I was very pleased with the end result. The biggest difference with the AliExpress keyboards that you can buy, let's say for €50, this is going to be more like a different option with Trust. And Trust is a brand that I know for many years now, but with the GXT line, they are going to give us a lot of different options, low budget like stuff that you can buy on AliExpress. With the gaming mode and anti-ghosting and including a metal body, this is more like a premium quality product, but only for indifferent pricing. The Torac, what I already mentioned, is an illuminated version, or nevertheless it's more like a series of a couple of keyboards from the GXT series. They will give you like different options. The first thing I'm noticing when holding the box with the keyboard inside, that this thing weighs quite heavy compared with the different keyboards I've reviewed back in the day from China. This feels like a really quality product. Of course, this is because of the metal top plate, and it has a lot of different options like multicolor illumination. But like what the box says, breathing multicolor illumination. And I must say, and I must hand it to him, that the backlight looks quite nice, and even with daylight it is very noticeable. But you can see, especially with this, is that the backlight is notable from the back of the buttons, and they are not having the shine through caps in my opinion, so it's not the same effect that you're going to get with mechanical keyboards. But what I really like to clarify is that there are some differences with a very expensive RGB keyboard and this one. The main difference is that we still have some options to adjust the brightness. We can adjust maybe some features like fade in, fade out, or just let the LEDs turn on and off. But in overall, it's very limited. We're still going to get some media keys at the top, and also this is very limited in my opinion, only having 12 versions of it, like the basic stuff, like if you want to adjust your volume. So the thing what I wanted to tell you with the lighter feature, and this is where you're going to get more like with these budget keyboards. In the end you're not paying a lot of money for them, but you're still going to get a lot of great features and good quality in my opinion. But when you're spending this amount of money, you can't have everything of course. But there are some things that I wish they did. So a great example is the cable. Some of these versions comes with very nice decals and a piece of paper of course. Not like the toilet paper stuff that we're going to get from China. But this is what I mean with the cable. It's a little bit of a bummer. Even some Chinese cheap boards have like a woven cable. I personally like it, but it doesn't come with this keyboard. So on the back on the keyboard we're going to get a plastic shell. So this thing is not fully made of metal, it's pure the top. And the two feet are quite wide and feel quite sturdy. But the reason I wanted to talk about the feet that you can clip out, I have always the same problem that these things will break off within a year. If something drops on my keyboard, or if you're having a rage problem, yeah. So you can see it's quite sturdy, but for how long, that was always the question for me. I have seen this layout, and I must say that the layout is in general, I personally really like it. But the question remains, how are these keys basically feeling? And to be honest, I really like the touch of the buttons for typing, but also when you're going to play some games. And the reason why I like this even more sometimes like a mechanical keyboard, it's a membrane button, so the touch itself is very soft. I hope this makes sense if I'm saying it like this. And that is what I feel when I'm playing games and killing myself in this game. The sensitivity of the buttons, the reaction of it, it's more like really appealing to me. And I've played with some weird Chinese brands that are a similar experience, And I can say that if you're liking buttons with a soft touch, you will love this keyboard in combination with the layout. Okay, but what I really like about it, and this is something you need to have more like a personal thing, is that the travel itself is quite long. I don't find it really annoying, but it's something you need to take consideration. You can also, by the way, remove the caps. So I don't know if there are new caps for these things, but in overall, I must say it's good if you want to clean your keyboard. The curve that is going to get with this keyboard, it is something you hate or you like. But in overall, I find it very comfortable for playing and for typing. And moving it up a little bit more like a different angle when clicking out the feed, I personally really love it. And overall, I'm very pleased with the GXT models from Trust, especially this one. There are some pros and cons, of course. Like the biggest con I can find is more like there are not a lot of options for the light up feature, but overall, in my opinion, that's more positive things than negative. I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit the little bell, become one of the Wicked family. And if you have any questions, you can always drop it in the comments. And I hope to see you in the next video.